screen saying, asking you to approve it. If you get kicked out, just get back in. All right, here we go. It's all working good and well. Put a screen up for you guys. There we go. You got my trading screen. And what else do we need? All right. So, guys, first order of business, when we do these, about 15 minutes before the open is when I show up, and so that you can catch the whole session. Otherwise, you show up a little late and you're going to be waiting in the waiting room before you get admitted into the room, and then you're going to ask questions that we already discussed a little earlier, which is a bit of a nuisance in your minds when you show up here.
Is everybody hearing Avi okay? It keeps breaking in and out for me.
That's what I was
for me
about
also
to
it's
say.
breaking.
Yeah, same here.
I'll fix that. Any better now, guys? Anyone any better? Let me know.
Much better.
Much better.
Better? All right, good. If that becomes a problem again, let me know. There we go. Okay, good. All right. We're good. All right. For those of you who didn't catch it, I was just mentioning earlier, for these live trading sessions, just make sure you show up a little early. Like I show up about 15 minutes before the open, because then it becomes a bit of a nuisance for you because you'll be waiting to get admitted into the room after the open, and you'll probably miss something that you wanted to hear, and you'll have to ask it again, and it becomes a nuisance for everyone. So it's the only real thing here. Rajesh, what do you got? Rajesh, please don't post any different environment. All right. So, boot campers, huh? You guys want to learn how to trade? Well, I'll show you how I trade, which is I just look at the SPY and I go with 0 DTE SPY options. That's all I trade. I use Fibonacci levels on a 30-minute chart. I'll put them on for you. There they are, which is nothing more than that 8 a.m. candle. You got the high and the low, and then I got lines further up and further down on the chart at the same distance. Just wait for the stock to get to these lines, and then I'll figure out what I want to do based on certain patterns I'm looking for. But that's all there is really in my style of trading. Bring it up, we can discuss it. I've really got nothing on my mind at the moment. Just waiting for the open. Are you saying the mic's breaking up again? Or is it okay? Oh, I see what it did. Switched to the other mic. Thing. Who else is in here? Brendan, are you in here? Can't seem to find you. Okay, so the mic does cut out sometimes. Okay. Give me a moment. I'll fix that. It's another setting I got to figure out. Guys, what I might do real quick is I might exit this call and rejoin. It should be just fine for you guys in here. The recording will continue. That way I can reset the microphone. And that should help. Let me see. Is that better with the microphone, guys, now? Yes, no?
Sounds
It's a
good.
lot better.
Better. Okay, great. Thank you. All right, get the screen back up. There we go. Get all these little housekeeping things out of the way. All right, cool. And the recording is still working. Everything's all right. Cool. All right. So what I want to do real quick is look at what's on the news calendar. So I'm looking at the SPY. That's all I trade. And if there's something heavy on the news coming up near the open, I don't want to be in a position. So let's see. What do we have today? What's the date? It's the 12th. 10:25, we got something. So that's an hour after the open, about an hour. And then some stuff at 2 p.m. All right, no big deal. So trading the open is not a big deal.
Trump
Just-
speech soon.
Oh, is that right? That's not on the
I'm not
calendar.
sure what about. I just heard it in BBT, but yeah, you should probably be aware of that.
Okay, thank you. Fantastic.
What time did they say that was?
I think that was 9 a.m. I thought
9:30.
9:30 is what I thought.
9:30. It's about
9:30.
it's about pharmaceuticals. Something he is going to sign an executive order to bring down the prices of the drugs, something like that.
Okay. So sit out the open for a few minutes. We'll probably see it get really jumpy, and then we'll see. When it slows down, that's a good opportunity. Anyways, the setup I see for now is it's been a big gap up. It's consolidating right under that level. So it's set up for a good breakout, a great big ABCD pattern, basically. And trying to zoom out. The next level up I have is this 588, what's 587.59. So that looks good. That breakout long inside of it, I don't really want to get involved. Don't want to trade that. Let's see if it gets to the bottom and breaks down. We'll find out if that happens. But for now, just to move up to the upside breakout makes sense. But again, if there's news and volatility like that, I'll just wait till it's over. Cool. At 9:30 if he's on time, that's right. It's not always on time. Yeah, and Hal, go ahead. Got a question there? Nope. Where is Brendan? I gotta get in touch with him real quick.
Hi, Avi.
Yeah, hey, go ahead.
Sorry. Yeah, I didn't know that my microphone was muted and I was talking
Yeah.
to myself.
I did the same. I was doing the same for 10 minutes. It's okay.
So you said above the Fibonacci level is long, below is short. That's based because you see clean price action.
Yeah, so the setup to begin with is a consolidation, which is usually a good sign for a breakout, right? It's not really getting pushed down from there, not a reversal kind of pattern. So it just looks like a big ABCD consolidating below the level, hitting itself on the level multiple times. And that's a good setup for a breakout. So that's it. That's all I see. And of course, I don't like to have two different ideas at the same level. So at this level, I'm thinking about that long. I won't be thinking about a short at the same time. That's going to get into overtrading.
Yeah, so,
So-
below the level there is one bottom, you would think short, not above this one.
Yeah, if it gets there and it sets up on a 30-minute chart, right?
And it sets up, obviously.
Yeah.
But would you say that SPY right now is a little bit extended to what we know that average prices on like average true range on SPY is like This is a little bit
Well,
overextended, so maybe looking for a reversal or anything, or looking to close that gap.
yeah, I understand that. I've done that over the years, trying to gauge whether it's extended or not, and I've been wrong more than I've been right. So I don't bother anymore with what's extended and what's not. If the pattern's there, you trade it, and that's it, no matter where it is. You know, if the price is
80-20.
clean, yeah, man, simple. Keep it
All
easy,
right,
keep it
got
simple.
it.
Yeah,
Thank
there's
you.
ways to, yeah, guys, there's ways to know if things are extended. You have RSIs and moving averages, but nah, all that stuff to my brain is a little too complex. So just wait for it to set up, and if it doesn't set up, you don't take it. And that's really all there is. Anyways, we got about 2.5 minutes to the open. So anyways, I sit out the open, guys, for those of you who don't know, typically for a few minutes, 3 or 4 or 5 minutes, whatever it is, until the jumpy activity on the 1 minute chart settles down. And I'll do the same today, of course. And also we have Trump coming on and making some noise. So we'll wait till that's over as well. And then we'll see. And then we have something at about 10:25, some news. So if there is a setup in between, we'll find out.
What time is Trump talking?
9:30, I was told. Shane, is that right? 9:30, if he's on time.
Jeez.
Ish.
Yeah. So we'll find out.
Avi, it's today. We have the session with the Bootcampers as well. Is it the first session? Or
Yes,
no?
yes. This is it. This is all here. It's all
Okay.
happening right here. Yeah.
Welcome
First
to
day
all.
trading. Yeah, welcome Bootcampers. First time trading live in this session, this bootcamp. This is where the fun is.
I was in the bootcamp of the September, so you're gonna learn a lot. You're gonna enjoy it and learn a lot.
Brilliant. Yeah, it's intense, but it's good. Lots of opportunity, lots of exposure.
Exactly.
Okay, real quick, Roger, you want to look at look at Google? What do we have? These are old levels. Put the new ones on. So Google, again, you got a gap up. You got this consolidation. Looks good for that breakout. Same setup as the SPY. Be careful of resistance. So if you're going long, watch that area. You want to de-risk up there. I don't know if there's a catalyst on Google or it's just gapping up with, just the SPY dragging it up. I have no idea. But again, just because things look like they've gapped up, to me, I mean, I'm seeing NVIDIA and Tesla and all this stuff. There's probably going to be a lot of activity for momentum traders at the open. So you guys playing ORBs and stuff, I think you'll have something to play with today. But watch the Trump stuff. I mean, I'm looking at the SPY, so I'm paying attention to when there is news and when there isn't. Typically, when I trade stuff like Tesla and all, I don't bother with the news. There you go. Everything's jumpy. Well, has jumped up, and I expect it to be jumpy. All right. 20 seconds to the open, guys. Remember, the market is a gold mine. Wait for your setups. If your setups don't come, don't waste your money trading. Wasting your mental capital as well. So wait for your setups, and you get them all day long. Most of my bigger trades tend to be later in the day, and it's kind of odd because everyone thinks money's made at the open, but not in my experience. Oh, market's opened. And there we go. Okay, these contracts. Well, let's see what works. I had yesterday's there. There we go. That's up. I can watch a few other things while we're here. You know what? I think NVIDIA will be interesting to watch. Just put that on this chart. There we go. Let's get the right levels on it. Looks like it's good for a breakout right there happening now. Right there. Breakout on NVIDIA. Keep an eye on this. Oh, but it's already gone. You don't want to get long here. Huh? This is dangerous. Wait for it to settle down, consolidate, then perhaps go. Maybe it takes 1 minute, Don't know. There you go. Look at that. Straight down from the level, huh? Isn't that something? So if anyone finds out about Trump speaking now, let me know. Let us all know. If you're watching the news or something. I'm not watching it. Things are a little different here, huh? Okay, I see there's something else in here. Stop all these notifications. All right, so Generally weak. I mean, this looks like a 1 minute ORB on the spy. Taking that on my style. You have that happening on NVIDIA. Again, if you guys like such things, with these ORB directions, ideally you're going with the gap. Ideally it gapped and has a lot of volume, a lot of catalyst, and then you go with it. So it's very tricky to go short if you guys are playing ORBs, if you guys like all that stuff. It's not my game. This looks like another sit and wait kind of morning so far. Somebody was mentioning Google, right? Yeah. Yeah, same thing. I don't see anything worth trading at all. Even things that are not in my strategy, like, again, ORB stuff. Maybe the SPY, but I don't see anything that's truly worth it.
Anybody catch Tesla or Apple dropping?
Oh yeah, there's Tesla. Look at that. That's
Yeah,
good.
PLTRs diving too.
Nice. If you're watching momentum, guys, if you're into this, there you go. Google now might become interesting for that ABCD up, but there it is. It's gone. Nope. Watch this. There you go. Pop up that new high. That's an ORB, kind of 5-minute ORB. A little tricky, but yeah, be careful with that. That seller right there, that high, you want it to truly go from there. So it's very interesting right now. The SPY is just a disaster. There's nothing to watch there. So you guys say PLTR? Again, always in play these days. So that's tricky when it goes down after a gap up. That's when I used to trade the open aggressively, I'd be very careful with these things. Of course, it went. If you caught it, great, but I'd be careful. Google, NVIDIA, yeah, Tesla's relaxing for now. See what really happens with Tesla. Yeah, down in that area. Let's put the levels on. There it is. Very interesting, huh? Anyways, I'm not interested in trading anything right now. There's absolutely nothing in my playbook that makes any sense. So, not touching it. Then everybody saying Google agreed to settle a privacy lawsuit with Texas for $1.4 billion. Okay. Pocket change. So Google agreed to stay in business, or rather get in bed with politicians in Texas. Anyways.
1.4 billion on a monopoly case.
Yeah, right. It's a joke. There is nothing there. Absolutely nothing. I gotta find a way to shut these notifications off. They're driving me nuts. Anyways. So Tesla, big move down. That's one leg. Reverse ABCD could give you the second leg, but let's see. Let's see. One level to the next.
And on that, if you were going to get in, where would you jump in? Like as soon as it makes a new low?
Over here, I'd be very careful. There is no setup the way I do ABCDs these days. If you're really looking at opening trading, you'd look at the 9 EMA and the VWAP being close to these candles, and it's truly rejecting there comfortably multiple times, probably over the space of these 3 or 4 minutes. You can use that moving average as a firm resistance area. You're trading momentum, so moving averages make sense, or VWAP even. I don't trade that stuff anymore, so that's not on my charts. But I mean, that could be a setup. I don't trade that stuff because I always got a smaller RVR, like 2-to-1, 3-to-1 at the most, I've been able to make a lot more money doing other things, trading bigger levels. So, anyways, that's all there. If you guys want it, it's there. You can see that resistance was just about there, and it was actually just rejecting from the first minute's low. Very interesting, huh? Breakout, retest. You can even look at it that way. But if you're trading this stuff, man, you don't want to be too far off the moving averages. Cool. What else we got? Google SPY getting right down to the level, but there's no setup for me to go long or short down here. There's nothing in it. Anyone hear anything about the news about Trump? Is he speaking? Is he not? Is he late? Is he having coffee? What's he doing? If anyone knows, let us know.
Nothing yet. I got him up on YouTube. Nothing yet.
Nothing cool. All right. So wait and see.
Whoever asked about getting in on a reverse ABCD pattern, I think the best place to get in on that is on the 9 EMA on the 5-minute. That's king on AB reverse or ABCs in general. Just have a look at it, do some digging around on that, and you'll see.
Yeah, nice. That's a good point. Thanks, Salim. I didn't think about that. I love it. Love it. That's great, guys. You know, there's so many people in here. We have 130 people in here. With so many people have so many opinions and experience and wisdom. So please do share whatever you got. You know, there you go. That thing made a new low. Tesla, reverse ABCD on its way. Yeah, look at that. There's one. I saw consolidation below this level and then the breakout. I would have thought about going long down here from this level on the SPY, but there's nothing there. Absolutely nothing. So this is it's gonna be another slow day. I think I'm gonna have to wait for 2 or 3 30-minute candles before something is worthwhile.
Avi, can you open the daily chart of Qs?
Qs, okay, yeah. 4 Qs, 3 Qs, daily. All right. Oh, these levels are old. What you got on this? Oh,
If you zoom out,
yeah, just a minute. All right.
do you see a double bottom here?
Here, let's see. So you got this bearish move. Got the bottom there. You got a strange looking double bottom here. If you want to consider that's a really difficult one. This is more like it's just reversed and pull back, continue reversing. It's hard to see this as a double bottom, but you know the reversal is there. So
And
it's gapped up
we
too.
tested the neckline
Up here.
around 465 down.
Oh,
465.
here. Okay, let's take a look. Whoops. These charts. 465. Okay, so right about here.
Yes.
So saying a breakout, retest, and go, huh?
Yes.
How'd you get that level?
This
465.
neckline of the double bottom.
Oh, okay. I see what it's right here. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's valid. I think that's cool. I trade that on a 30-minute quite often.
Where will you place the target of that?
Oh boy. So if just looking at the price action, if you're going long here, you just go up and you're looking at previous resistance. So there's something right here, this area. So take some
That's
off there.
already done.
Yeah, it went. And then where was there was all this? This is support. This is support. So I'm not taking that too seriously. This is very firm resistance. If you're in this from here and you're looking upwards, you're going, this is the next area that looks pretty dramatic, as in it got there and it sold off, right? So you take that for about 515. Then moving further up, you have this area here. It just gets choppy and messy. And this whole area, it's going to jump around a fair bit because that's what it's done. You have the absolute top there. Yeah, about 515, I think, is pretty good.
515.
For the next area up, if you are truly, thinking bullish on this. But also what I would think of is support. And it gapped up from here, but then this is the support. See, it came down, bounced straight off of that. So you want these buyers to still be there. It was even support before. Look at that. When it gapped up, straight from there. I'd like to get that entry down here, stop right below and go up. But that's more swing trade setup, right? On daily chart. I would wait for it. Yeah,
I
500.
was in for a swing trade on this. I just wanted to make sure that I'm good with the target.
Yeah, it's interesting. You got some interesting targets here. Pretty straightforward ones, right? You can see the dramatic resistance right there. You can see dramatic support right there. So you can use that. And this is interesting where it was resistance and turned into support. That's the most high conviction. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, what's up?
Hi, Avi. Could I have shorted NVIDIA on the 5-minute or ORB?
NVIDIA's 5-minute chart. All right. So this is interesting. You have that bearish candle. It's not really bearish, but it's there. And then yeah, if you're going for a 5-minute ORB looking to get the breakdown of the first candle, makes sense. Again, these ORBs, I'm always careful with them. When I used to do them on this setup, I'd be very hesitant going short just because it gapped up. And I'd be more convinced to go long because the RVR, or rather the momentum going upward is more than going downward. Generally speaking, it's a rule of thumb. It's not perfect. Sometimes it just goes down all day. So I'd be careful. If you are truly doing it, you want to make sure you're scalping it quickly or you're getting out quickly, not messing around with it too much. So there on my levels though, I don't trust it because I have this level here. To me, it's running right into that. So, but that's my style, which is not ORB trading, something different. 1 minute stuff. Yeah, you can see it down here. This was the bottom of the opening range. You can see it down here around 121.60. Get the breakdown, the retest right here. So these are entries. If you're again going with momentum, right? Breakout, retest. You're going with momentum trading. That works. I think that's okay.
Yeah. Abby, since you're talking about NVIDIA and we talked about reverse ABCDs, if you look at 121.60, that's the 9 EMA on right there. Yeah.
Look at
that's
that.
your 9 EMA. Yeah.
Beautiful. On the 5?
On the 5, yeah.
All right. Brilliant. Yeah, there it is. Just as you were saying a few minutes ago, right? Brilliant. Shorted from there. And then you're out quick too. You're popping through liquidity at 121, probably. You're looking at the order book, and you want to be careful down there around 120, obviously, round number. So let's see. Again, these are all trades, guys, that what's good about them is you get a resolution pretty quickly, whether you stop out or you make a profit, fairly quickly. Again, you'll find I don't typically trade this stuff. For me, it takes half an hour to go anywhere. So again, that brings a different mindset to the game, patience game. But yeah, if you need a result quickly and you can't wait and then you start freaking out, and this momentum trading style is good. It works for you. What's SPY doing over here? And got to the area. There's nothing there. Yeah, M Zidenek. Gosh, I can't pronounce these names. Sorry, I'm the worst when it comes to these pronunciations. Yeah, SPY is down there, but there's no setup. I won't touch it down here. It has to give me 1 or 2 30-minute candles for a setup. If it sets up nicely, then I'll think about it. Now it's just sitting there. It just got there and it's doing nothing. So a whole lot of nothing. NVIDIA, Tesla. Okay, for those of you who are new to Fibonacci levels, all I got to do is show you this chart. I don't want to say anything else about it. There you go. One level to the next, and you got your reverse ABCD. So who caught what? Some guys caught Tesla. Some guys got chopped up on Google. Some of you caught the breakdown in NVIDIA.
I took Tesla after the consolidation on the 1 minute, right? The breakdown.
Nice.
I missed the open, so I took consolidation.
I love it. You always get in so fast and out. I love it. You're so aggressive. Fantastic. It's your style. It's good, man.
Thanks.
Nice.
Would you take a look at the LTR?
Let's look at it. The LTR. Well, let's see. Yeah, it dropped really fast. I mean, I always look at this, but let's put these levels on. There we go. Dropped really fast, bouncing, went right into the middle of this area. So again, lots of momentum in this thing. And where it's bouncing from is a interesting area, right? So finally found support. If it breaks through up here, this level too, you know, it's going through support. Well, it was resistance. It broke out. Ideally, you know, it continues out. So that would be the, I think this is a key area. You can see how firm this resistance was. So breakout, bounce off would be a retest, but it's tricky because it went so deep. Let's see. Big gap, big catalyst, probably. You know what? I don't think I would mess with it. Anywhere in this area, it's a mess. If it gets up here, reclaims its own opening price, and then it goes, then you got something to work with. You're up here at that point. Oh, no, sorry, you're up in this area. Oh, but even in this area, take a look. See, it's kind of messy. Oh, yeah, no, I don't like it anywhere. Up here, above 123. If it gets there and breaks out there, now that's the next, I think, genuine opportunity. I don't see a genuine setup down here, the way I see things. I think it's going to be choppy and messy. What you did have was, you know, all that momentum stuff at the open. If you caught that, that's great. PLTR is good for this, right? Gives us tremendous momentum at the open recently. And now I don't,
Thank you.
nothing in it. Yeah. Sure. Nothing in that. Why you gotta type that in caps, huh? Come on. The 8 a.m. candle on a 30-minute chart, the high and the low, just put those lines down, measure that distance, and draw lines further down, further up on your chart at the same distance, and that's it. I don't do anything else with the indicators. That's all I have. And I just trade only from those levels, off of those levels. This is why you should show up early. Anyways, today's the first day, but let you guys know, for these sessions, be sure to show up early before the open. I show up about 15 minutes before the open. Once you get in after the open, it gets difficult to admit you discussed. It's going to be tough for everyone else. So anyways, there you are. Those are the levels. Those are the levels I use these days. Google is interesting. Look at that. Up off of the level, reject. I thought it might have broken out at one point. It looked interesting up here. You see these highs getting lower and then straight in off of the level right in that area. Yeah. On a 30-minute, though, I don't think I saw much. Oh, yeah, that breakout, but it was a false breakout. Cool. Anyways, if you guys like going level to level and you're looking only at 1 minute stuff and momentum, you may have taken a short on Google. Someone like Thor may have taken stuff like this. I don't trade this stuff. But there it is. And look at the SPY now. What does it do? Yeah, bouncing right off my level. But there's a good reason I'm not going to go long down here because it's just going into where it came from. It's not exactly choppy in here, but it's messy. I'm not going to trust it. I'll just wait for it to break out there. If it breaks out there later, I'll take that. That's going to be the explosive move, typically around noon or something.
He just hit the podium.
Oh, very good. Thank you. Cool. Let's keep an eye and see what he does. What shall we watch? Tesla, I think. We got Tesla, Qs, and SPY. All right, let's watch these three. Thank you. Thank you.
Google breakout retest of 158.
158. Well, it was a false breakout, right? It went up and false breakout.
Yeah, I want to see it pop and come back.
Ah, yes. Go up. Yeah, it's still early, guys. As in all these moves that you're seeing so far, in my opinion, these are still just the small moves of the day. The big ones tend to be the second and third moves of the day. Might be in the same direction as the opening move, or it might be the other way, but those are the ones I try and catch. So I usually don't get too aggressive at the open these days. Just trying to make more money with less effort, basically. What am I missing? What am I missing here in the chat? Hymns, you guys are looking at hymns? Google. Fun. Nope. Okay, so far, no activity based on news catalysts. It's just sitting there. Why did things gap up? Anyone know?
China and America has got some kind of discussion in Switzerland, and both are saying they're going to renew their relationships.
Pause tariff for 90 days between the US and China.
Ceasefire, basically. Cool. All right. Amazing how volatile the market is. A little bit of propaganda or even false media, and the whole SPY jumps up. It's pretty cool. Now, there we go. Hold on a sec here, guys. Got to pay attention to something here. All right, there we go. Okay, so Tesla going the other way. Which level did it bounce off? Look at that, an Avi8ors level. For those of you non-believers, there it is right there. Same with the SPY. And we're getting positive activity. So what would this be? Yeah. I take these kinds of trades sometimes, but that's later, not now. Anyway, so you see here, guys, for those of you who don't know, you see this choppy area here? When the price is in here, I'm not going to touch it at all. When I see action like this, let it get out of there, because if it gets into there, it's likely to do what it's been doing, which is choppy. Once it exits that area, then it's likely to be clean at the long side, even the short side. Down here is where it would have made sense to go. Anyways, it was just momentum going down today. So there's that. The SPY for me is still nowhere. It's only up there. That's the only time I can touch it. So slow morning
for hymns.
Sorry, go ahead.
Is it the same for hymns? The choppiness. It's not an uptrend, but it's still kind of choppy.
Hymns. Let's see. What I'm seeing is the 30-minute chart. Again, another gap up. Yeah, this is. Oh, these levels are so close together. Yeah, see this whole area where it's been choppy.
Yeah.
Be choppy. So it's above this area, 57.49, that I would be interested. And yeah, but there's no room for reward. I mean, it goes from one level to the next, but you don't know if it's gonna stall out there and go back, right? When there's no room for risk to reward, then don't waste your money.
Yeah, I realized that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because some people say they went long. So I'm like, if you go long, your profit gonna be a bit wacky.
Yeah. Well, it depends on your strategy, right? On my strategy, I just go from one level to the next, and there's no room for profit. But there's other strategies. If you have other levels or various things you look at, you can use that. So there may be people who took, like you see this opening range, you have the 1 minute and drop below, and then the breakout of that first minute.
Yeah.
I've taken a long, stopped out once, maybe twice, and then when I got it to work, and you don't exactly take it off at the next level, you kind of partial out, then you add back in, and you partial out, you add back in, as long as it keeps going. Now that's momentum trading. In those cases, you're not really too fussed about levels. You're really just dead focused on price action and candlestick action.
It's all about moment. It's all about perspective and what's working for you.
Sure.
Yeah.
Just because you might not see a trade, somebody else might see a trade that's exactly what they do.
Mm-hmm.
You're right.
Yep.
And that's what makes the market.
There you go. Fantastic. Everyone's got their own style and own perceptions, right? So that's the whole point of bootcamp, guys. You really got to figure out your trade book, you know? So, don't be afraid of independent thinking. That's how I got to find these levels. It was independent thinking. So,
PLTR looks clean.
Is it? Oh, that is interesting. So dropped. What is that level? Yeah, on a 1 minute, you get a big ABCD, reverse ABCD. Okay, I get that. A little tricky on a 30. There's nothing there, but yeah. Yeah, at least you're right. It's clean. It's moving in waves. The first leg, that's a pullback. You get the second leg. Let's see, the second leg. Ideally, it breaks that low and then keeps going. But where's it going to go to? Into this area. It's kind of tricky to target the previous day's low, but at least down here, 116 or so. I kind of already got there, but yeah. Decently clean 1 minute action. This is interesting on the SPY. You can see these candles are behaving differently now. See, it was slow and choppy, and then a good little push up, push down, and big candles now, right? So this is probably the news, impact from the news. What else we got here? Still nothing. Wow. This is actually unusually slow for me. Just very, very slow. Probably take a nap for the first hour and then come back, huh? Ooh. Anyone see anything interesting worth talking about? I got nothing. Absolutely nothing other than those opening trades. If you got those ORBs or reverse ABCDs, nothing right now. What do we got? What do we got? So what do y'all want to talk about while we're here waiting for something to happen?
How close are you to getting your Ferrari?
I got it, man. Look at this. I got it. I got it.
There it is.
That's right. I was polishing it before the open today. Yeah.
Waxing that baby.
Yeah. Ferraris are a waste for me. I put my truck on a flatbed earlier. I'm like, get out to the garage, get that thing fixed, and you can enjoy the summer.
Nathan is not here today.
I guess not. I don't know.
Yeah. He's the other day. We could have talked about the Johan Zarco, just won the Grand Prix at Le Mans, France. GP.
Yeah.
The racing. Nice. He's probably watching that, or was watching it. Oh man, this is slow as hell.
Your levels, is there like a webinar in it or something?
No, I didn't do a webinar on it, but let me think. Actually, I did in BBT in the Education Center. Yes, there's a couple of short videos on these levels and what I'm looking for at these levels. Those are like 10 or 15-minute videos. There's 2 of them, I think. And I have done webinars on them. You can find them in Trading Terminal and in the BBT Education Center. You know what? Let me just give you the link. You'll be able to look at those. So there's more resources for you guys.
And by the way, Avi, you didn't get back to us about the latest webinar you made last week. Remember that one?
Yes, yeah, that was last week. That'll be up this week. I confirmed that already. We were waiting for Mike to get back and get things sorted out. So it looks like that'll be up and running this week. Just gotta find it.
Thank you.
It's a bit of an odd one. That webinar is odd because it was options but on Trading Terminal, but it's mostly about me telling you guys don't trade options, basically. So where does that belong? Anyways, that's up this week. It'll be up in Trading Terminal.
Thank you.
Yep, sure. There we go. Yep, Mike's in here. We'll get the webinar up. So we're seeing buying here on PLTR. For those of you who like this kind of thing, got the bottom there and the higher one. If you like to look at these things, I don't look at this. This is too dangerous. Again, there's nothing, absolutely nothing that I would touch. I guess Trump is still speaking at the moment.
Hi, Avi.
Hey there.
Yeah, just wondering, do you think the SPY in 30 minutes chart is double top at opening?
On a 30-minute chart, let's see.
Yeah.
You mean this top and then this top?
Yes.
No, they're too close together. And also another thing I'd like to see is a really good push down. It kind of went down all right, but it should stay down there for a bit, and then 4 or 5 candles later come up and then make a lower high. This high is at the same place. Then you might think about that as a double top and then take it from there.
Okay. And if it breaks down, still you think is not gonna be double top?
What's not gonna be double top? I didn't catch you properly.
At 578.21, if it's break down, still is not the double top.
No, the double top would be up here, right?
Okay.
I don't see any double top right now. I see that it pushed up and it consolidated. Now it's just getting stuck in this area, right where it doesn't do too much.
Maybe double bottom. Maybe she's referring to double bottom. Maybe
bottom down here. Oh no.
No, I'm talking about double top at 582.9. Yeah. Thank you.
Sure. Yeah, that's not a bottom. That's it's just things moving up. From bottom, what you need is for it to come from up to down, be in a downtrend, then make a double bottom. Context is important. Context here is it's bullish. So you're looking for a continuation, maybe a reversal later. So nothing there yet. Nothing I see here. All right.
Give me your thoughts on Microsoft.
Microsoft, let's see. Haven't seen that in a while. Let's go to the 30. Oh boy, yeah, it looks like everything else so far today. Yeah. So it did break down. If you wanted to catch that breakdown, I think that'd be tricky. I don't see enough of a good consolidation for the breakdown. Anyways, big move down. Now it's coming into this area where hard to trust, huh? You might find it bouncing off of here. You might find it getting choppy in here. And be careful. And if you're going long, for example, you find a reversal off of this level going up, I'd be careful of this high over here, right? I'm going to de-risk it over there. So basically, like most things so far today, we've had a big move down and then a whole lot of nothing. And after a big move, well, just like a sprinter, you got to take a break and then catch your breath and then second move. So wait for it.
Copy.
Yeah. Just wait. There will be plenty of opportunities, and on a day when you don't get an opportunity, don't trade it. Just wait. Money not lost also counts in your P&L, right? Take crappy trades, lose money. Don't do that. Stick to your trade book. Satch done for the day. AMD short, nice. Anyone who went anything short would have been okay so far. Nice, good work. Let's look at AMD. Yeah, these are old levels, new ones. Look at that. Yeah, everything's got the same kind of chart. First couple of minutes very weak and then stuck. Tesla's, these are very similar charts, huh? Similar theme.
Okay, so I would share, what I look at on SPY, and this is specific just SPY. I took that bounce at 9.45 long, and your Avi level actually added confluence to what I look at, which was really nice. I got it around 578.70. And I move up.
Okay. What other level was there? Is that a cam pivot or something?
What?
You said there's a confluence. There's another level or something that you have over there?
No, it added confluence to what I'm already looking at on my screen. The order flow that I watch on SPY, which I only do on SPY, and the price action. And I saw the Avi level there. I saw it holding. I saw the wicks, and I said, you know what? This looks like it's going to go up at least to that first pivot that was made at 940.
Yeah. I see that right in this area.
Yep.
Cool. Very cool. Nice. Good catch. We're able to read this stuff and get in and get out quick and de-risk it quick. That's a really good way to do it.
That first big white candle, I was out 50%, and then I let the rest go 10%, 10%.
Okay. Good, man. Yeah, you got a very good scalping style. You're going to have to share that with us like we discussed.
Will do.
Yeah, Shane, go ahead.
Kind of getting mixed signals on Amazon at this 208 level. Because
Amazon, okay.
Room to the left would tell me on a 30-minute chart that's it's buying zones, everything below me. So if it's going to dip down there like it did, we're going to find buyers there. So probably wouldn't be an opportune short, but there's nowhere to long right here.
Yeah, I'd be careful.
We're right in the zone now, so I don't know. I'm not really seeing anything else. This is like the only thing I thought, because it has that reverse ABCD setup, but it's breaking the pattern right now, for the most part.
You're looking at a 2-minute, right? Is it?
Yeah.
2-minute, right? Okay. Yeah. Also, what's interesting, if you're looking at this, you might want to look. You see, you got I'm seeing a level right about here, approximately. See the pre-market area. Call that a false break. That's firm resistance, consolidation, breakout, retest, go. I mean, this level, it got stuck here as well. It went from there at the open and chopped around there. Now we're coming back up to it, 209. Might be something there. For now, it's resistance. Well, let's see if it confirms it's resistance, because it broke down. Might be something there off of that level if you're just watching purely this kind of price action. Of course, I'm looking at those other levels, but yeah.
Yeah, I wanted that short at rejection of 208, but then it just
Yeah.
started going green after that, and I didn't know what to know. I was like, what is going on?
That's what stops are for, right? You don't blow up accounts. Stop out quick when it's not working, and if it's a runner, add to it and let it go. Okay, well, that's a good one. Yeah, let's see. Again, I don't see anything that I would risk money on today so far. Just nothing.
Do you think the first down move in like just after the open was profit taking after the gap up?
Yeah, could easily be that, right? People who've been holding the SPY forever. Let's look at this. Yeah, from down here, perhaps to suddenly wake up on a Monday and it's gapped up tremendously. It makes perfect sense. These are all theories. I have no confirmation of these things. So it could be profit taking. Most of the time, I think it is, and that's what the fallen angel setup is all about, right? Which is basically you get a gap up. At first, you have a sell-off, and then it goes up and reclaims its opening price, and then shoots up for the day. That's the fallen angel idea. And the thinking behind it is, people take profits, and then the new buyers come in at the cheap price, cheaper than the open, and they're strong enough to reclaim the opening price, and that's your confirmation that it's likely to continue upward for the day. So there is the theory. There is that theory, but unless you can put a theory into action, I think it's just a waste of time. So watch the price action. And the price action will tell you everything you need to know, almost always. Wow, Tesla's just a garbage can, huh? Look at this. I mean, everything is. Sure.
What about Apple? It's breaking one of our Fibonacci levels, but it's going into that pre-market consolidation. So is that just garbage?
Yeah, I wouldn't go inside this area at all. You know what? To get a breakdown, even taking a short, I would struggle with that because I'm seeing a big ABCD kind of pattern, right? So break to the upside makes more sense than a downside. And even down here on a 30-minute, it didn't consolidate just above the level before going down, right? This is probably just opening momentum or just going down with everything else. There's nothing in it. Apple's another typical one, just like Tesla or anything else. But there's no setup for the way I like to do it. I'll just wait for it to.
Yeah, this whole patience game is pretty tough.
Until you get used to it. You know what's tougher than patience? I'll tell you what. Losing lots of money.
I was just going to say losing money.
Yeah. So once you have a choice between the two and you have experienced both, it's a pretty easy decision. So yeah, don't lose lots of money. And if you do, learn your lessons. What am I missing here in the chat? What are you guys talking about? Kyle, okay. Wow, this is 10 minutes ago. I'm catching up on the chat. Okay. Question about taking profits, momentum trading, doing the ORB, it was 20 cents. 3R considered 60 cents. Kyle, if you're trading momentum, what you're doing is you're entering with momentum and you should be de-risking when the momentum is not in your favor anymore. So taking partials, moving to break even, those sorts of things. If you go blindly with 2R and 3R, something like that, I don't think it really works for momentum trading. If you want to trade momentum, get good at reading momentum and identify when it's there and when it's not there, when it's stalling, when it's coming back, you add back in, all of those things. That's what most people who trade the open, that's what they typically do. So I don't do any more of that blindly go for 3R or 5R. I don't have any strategy that says I should do that. So I'm not going to recommend it. People do it, yeah. If you find it works for you, okay, go ahead. Back test it. Always back test it.
I lost quite a few months thinking about that thing, like thinking that market knows my R's. We are, and There's expensive learning curve.
That's the truth. Very, very good point. Thanks, Lovepreet. The market doesn't know who you are. Market doesn't care about your entry and your stop loss and your profit targets. It doesn't. Your existence is irrelevant according to the market. So why are you like thinking the market's going to go to where you want it to go? It's not. It's going to do what it wants. You just got to manage your risk, and that's your job as a day trader. You manage your risk. That's called surviving. And when you survive the learning curve without blowing up emotionally or mental capital or financially, then you have a chance to show up another day. You keep doing that every day, you survive the learning curve and you find a way to thrive. You find a way to hold for targets or get high conviction setups over time. But again, you got to show up every day and survive every day. Always go with the mindset of I want to be back here tomorrow. That's always in my head whenever I show up to trade. So, and that's worked for me over the last 6 years or something. So think in those terms, and I think you'll be better off. You overcome all the greed and stuff that we succumb to quite often, and all that overtrading and Hulk days and all those problems. We got. I know if you're asking about options webinar and BBT. No, I never did an options webinar until last week, and that'll be up in Trading Terminal. So that was the first and probably the last one I'll ever do. I don't like to do options webinars. Mark Conrad, what do you got here? New boot campers used to be wired up and patiently trading in the morning, including in last year's boot camp. Yeah. For what it's worth, you learned how to zoom out, slow down, be patient, and focus on your levels. Cool, man. Thanks, Mark. There you go. Very good comment for those of you here getting overexcited about trading. Well, it's good to be excited, but stick to your strategy, your trade book. If it dictates patience, then be patient. So thanks. Good comment there. There you go, Dustin. More with the R's, yeah. I've seen you trade for the last year and a half. Good Apple. You guys like something here? You got the reversal that happened. You got an ABCD, which is a continuation of the reversal. If you have that strategy in your trade book, there's that. It's not what I'm looking at. That's not what I do. Not in this context, because here you're going long, you're going into this mess. It's going to be difficult to manage. So I wouldn't trade this setup. Again, the only setup that I potentially can get today looks like is a breakout up here on the SPY. If it goes down later, maybe I'll think about it. For now, there is no setup for a short at all. It's just a breakout. So that's all there is. Anyways, what else y'all want to talk about? I'll be here for another 15 minutes or so till 10:30. And then I know you boot campers get all kinds of other meetings at 11, so you'll be free for that. And I'll also be in the BBT webinar room at 11 today, doing some live trading in there. So for those of you who are elite members, can join in there as well. Other than that, another 15 minutes or so in this session. Let me know if there's anything on your mind.
What are some just key points of a broken setup? Because I see a lot of times, I see you tell us take your setup, and you get stopped out 1 or 2 times. But when does that break the pattern? What does that look like?
Apple looks like a broken pattern because you have this big run up, gap up, and move up and consolidate. Breakout, right? But then it went down there too, and now it's getting a little tricky. This is like a bit of a broken ABC. Call it a deeper pullback, maybe, but this is where I get doubts in my head. This thing is actually weak. I'm going to be very hesitant when it breaks out here. I'd be waiting for it to break out, retest, and I'm still wondering about that high over there. That could be resistance on the way. I don't want to deal with it. So this is an example of an imperfect setup. Whereas this one here, this looks much better to me. Again, go up, consolidate, let it consolidate for hours. That'd be great. And then the breakout comes explosively later in the day. And that's the one I want to catch. So again, to know what a broken setup is, you have to have a very good, clear definition of a really good setup. I mean, you can draw your candlesticks, and it's picture perfect when you draw it out. When it's not that, then it's broken. So that's what I see. Yeah, Mike, you're in here. Come on in. Get your hand up and all.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure. Hey, can you send me the PDF version of the webinar you did? I'll add that to the trading terminal as well.
Sure. Last week's options one, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that one. I'm uploading it right now. So
awesome.
All
Thanks. The reminder. I'll get it up now. Yeah. Cool. Let me find PDF. There it is. Ooh. Hope you guys are not getting too chopped up in the mess right now. Again, there was some decent ORB stuff or momentum stuff to the short side in the first 2 or 3 minutes. And then we've been here almost an hour, and there's really a whole lot of nothing. Hope you guys have survived so far. Salim, I'm talking to your cat. Salim, a hot mic. Again. Anyways.
So it sounds like the webinar is going to be up today in Trading Terminal.
Yes. Mike's the boss. He just confirmed to us that it's uploading right now. I'm just going to share the
Sounds
PDF.
great.
Yeah. Good fun. I promise you I will not do that webinar ever again.
Avi, can I pick your brain here?
Sure.
On,
Just a moment. We got sorry, Salim, you got a hot mic. Just unmute yourself when you're ready. Yeah, go ahead, Omar. Yeah.
So on Microsoft, if you look at the 5-minute chart, there's a lot of dojis, but it kept making a lower low. It's kind of
sorry, what
off a
chart?
little bit. Microsoft 5-minute.
Yeah, 5 minute. Okay. All right. Whoops. Excuse me. There we go. Okay. Yes. What am I looking
You
at?
see all those dojis down there?
Yeah.
Making lower lows, lower lows, lower lows. I know you like to enter once it breaks.
Yeah, that
the
blue.
high of it, but like, would you even consider that just because it kept making lower lows? It was definitely a consolidation. I mean, if you look at the 1 minute.
Yeah, this is a very good pattern. Good catch on this. Good example. What you have on the 5 minute naked trading setup, you have big move down, and then putting in these wicks. Now it's very hard to short it when it's got wicks on, especially here on the downside. You're seeing a lot of this hammer here. It's almost tempting to go long after that, right? But it happened right after a giant bearish candle, so you don't want to go long right away. But this is a consolidation with the lower lows, even the lower highs. It's thinking, you're thinking, hey, it just continues down. But these wicks, this is the big one, then you're continuing to see them 3 and 4 and 5 minutes later even. That is, you'd be very hesitant to take a short. And truly what happened here, look at this hammer. And near the bottom of it, it has room to the left, naked trading setup, good hammer in the area of the levels. The new 1 minute high is your entry for that long. Remember the setup we talked about on the reversals for naked trading? From a level, you get that long tail hammer. Ideally, it doesn't have that little wick on top. This one has a bit of it. With room to the left, then wait for the 1 minute high, and that's your long. You can put your stop there and then tighten it up as it goes. Your target's 446. So this is actually a reversal setup and a pretty good one straight out of the book.
Even though it's making lower lows.
Yeah, this
I
is.
mean, the lower lows are getting bought up, but.
Yeah, these are not. It's hard to see this as lower lows. This is chop. You're seeing teeth on both sides, right? This thing's gonna bite you. It's really hard to see this as lower lows. You know what I would say? Let me see if I find you an example. Yeah, NVIDIA as an example on a 1 minute. Actually, even on a 5 minute. See these over here? What you have is the highs are getting lower. See that high, and then the lower one, and now a lower one. That's bearish activity. You might be looking at a breakdown later on today, break of low of day, perhaps, if this continues. And again, here you want to look at. Wait a sec, where'd it go? Microsoft. Hold on, losing these charts. For a short, what more than the lows? I'm interested in the highs getting lower and lower, because this is the sellers constantly pushing it down. Every time the buyers push up, the sellers keep pushing down. That's the way I'm seeing it. So for a short, I'm actually more interested looking at these highs getting lower than the lows getting lower. Just like we saw in NVIDIA on the other chart just a moment ago. That is important. That's the way I would see it. But again, this thing's got teeth on both sides. Don't touch it, unless you get your setup. And for me, this is a near perfect setup. It's a 5 minute. It's Microsoft. I don't trade this stuff. I'm looking for it on a 30. So hope that helps.
Yeah, it does.
Cool, man. Cool. What are we looking at? What am I missing here? There we go. Webinar up in 10 minutes. You guys have been spending a whole week harassing me about the webinar. Say thank you to Mike. He's getting it up right now. Martin, you want the PDF of the Fibonacci configurations and all? Okay, what I've got is in the BBT chat room, I've got the uploaded documents of scripts and instructions on how to get it on your charts. Gotta get it out here to you guys in bootcamp. After the session, I'll make sure it gets out. Don't worry about it. I'll make sure it gets out to you guys in bootcamp so you can get these levels on your charts with the right hotkey script and the instructions of how to set it up and then how to use it. It's very, very simple, very good. One of my mentees created this, so thanks to him, Ziad. Really useful. Yeah, no problem.
Avi, if I may add to that Microsoft chart,
Mhm.
the way I see that, like to me, this is a very, very strong one as well. The reasoning that I've come up with over my just experience in screen time is that all those lower wicks that keep getting pushed lower and lower and lower, that's just, market maker, big money game, shaking out the weaker hands for the real move back up. That's how I've always seen it, and especially that's happening at a level.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great point. I like that. You can see the buyers are always just in there. And finally, to me, this is the final one. And it's sure enough, would have been good. But really, when it made this big move down, and then it put in this massive hammer, and that's it. That's telling you the move down is over. It's not saying it's not going to continue. It's just telling you it's over.
That's the that's the first round of retail. That is the bait of the sharks, and then it continues to grind until it's ready to go.
Mm-hmm. Nice. I like the way you think about it. Very good, man.
Thanks.
Yeah, you can really nail some of these. Now I'm getting FOMO. I should have traded this on the 5 minute, huh? Yeah. I used to. Anyways, cool. Yeah, good stuff. Very good. Cool.
Avi, I have a quick question. Since I'm not a member of BBT, am I still be able to see the trade, your trade at 11 or?
That's only for BBT Elite members in the BBT webinar room. So in bootcamp, I'm here with you every day trading live like this. This is typically about an hour long, an hour into the market. And usually there's more action. Today is just boring. Yeah.
You're caught up.
Some of the boot campers, when they purchase the package, it comes with the Elite because it's a platinum. It depends. It depends whether you have that membership or not. For example, I myself, when I came to that bootcamp previously, that package had it. So check your membership.
Mm-hmm. Good point. Thanks, Asgar. Yeah, you get funded account and BBT Elite membership. And
Yes.
I think we get all that together, right?
Yes. Yes.
Cool. Yeah, take a look at that.
It depends on the package that they purchase.
Yeah. Cool. Very good. Very good.
Avi, do you think AMD is the triangle pattern now?
AMD, what time frame are you looking at? 1 minute? 5 minutes?
1 minute and 5 minutes.
Okay. So you're talking about descending triangle.
Yeah.
Where you have these highs getting lower and lower. Yeah, so sure enough, these highs are getting lower, which is a good bearish indication. You got the bottom right there. It's not ideal. You want it to really keep hitting itself on the bottom, which it has done in the last few minutes, which is a decent setup for a breakdown.
Don't hear you anymore, Avi.
You're muted, Mike. Avi.
Your mic is being cut off. There's
Oh,
something going
sorry,
on.
guys. Sorry.
It's been a while. I was getting back and forth.
I gotta fix this. Sorry. Okay. Better now? You hear me now? Sorry.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I was saying that this pattern it's there. The highs are getting low and the flats kind of bottom, but I'd like to see it truly consolidate more. There you go. Now it looks like it just broke that low of day. Let's see if it. I wouldn't enter this break. I'd be very careful with it. But if it goes and comes back and retests that low of day, then you have a retest of that breakout because this could easily be a false break. You don't know. So I'd be careful. It's a descending wedge again, not an ideal one in my view.
Okay, thanks.
Mm-hmm. And it's not at a level. I like them at specific levels that I'm looking at. I don't want to just create a level. So that's important.
But you're having a double top, aren't you?
Double top here? Where?
No, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Are you sure that your levels are correct?
No,
I
this
don't
is.
think so. Your level is right for AMD.
Yeah, and I was just AMD. I didn't put levels on. Those were old from last week. Sorry, I'm just looking at this price action. If it's happening at a level that I'm into,
then that level, yeah.
It is. Is it? There it is. Okay, it is at a level. There you go. That's the new one. That's the right one. Okay, yeah, there you go. So there you go. Yeah, it's kind of happening, kind of sort of. I'd be careful of that previous low day. So it broke. It just did the retest a moment ago. Looks like almost precisely. See that? Let's put the wick. I'll put the line here. That's the low of day. That's almost a precise retest. It's almost a couple of pennies off, maybe. There you go. Now it's getting more and more convincing. And target in mind. Where would the target be? Well, way down. But my targets are far out. This is a long way to go. Get to 107 and liquidate some of your position because it's a long way to go. There you go. That's a good one. Good catch. I'm not even watching these charts. Cool. Vinay, Tesla is at the level. Yeah, I saw Tesla. Let's look at Tesla here. Tesla. Whoa, gosh, can't type. 1 minute. Yeah, there you go. Avi8ors levels. Kind of magic, isn't it? Scott, you caught AMD as well. Okay, good. Yeah, low of day break, basically. Not too bad. This is interesting, yeah, Tesla. Oh, wait a sec. 30-minute. So there's one thing you can think about. You got a consolidation, you got a breakout, you got a retest of the breakout. On a 30-minute chart, you can kind of see it. I'd be careful with it, but it's the idea. 5-minute, yeah, consolidation here, breakout, retest of that breakout, and off you go short. Wasn't even looking at it. So there you go. And the retests, typically, they go further than the initial breakouts because they're not momentum moves. They're really more of a trend setup. Look at that go. It's pretty fast. Very cool. Everything's going. What happened to the SPY? No, I bet it went down. Yeah, there you go. Breaking down. Still not a setup I can trade here. It has to consolidate at least one 30-minute candle. I'm not going to take it short. No. This level go down. And on a 1 minute, I don't see any setup. That's stuff we were talking about in AMD, that kind of reverse wedge. That wasn't ideal, but was there. That was a much better setup than this. This you're just chasing it if you enter somewhere here short. So you want to be very careful with this.
Whoever mentioned AMD, thank you.
That was a very good setup. Oh man, look at you copy trading again.
No, it was a good setup. I just breaking it. It's perfect.
Good on you, man. You got it. Let's have a look. What happened? Oh yeah, it did go. Yeah, it's kind of there. Yeah, kind of there.
Oh, it was consolidating. It was at a level. It was beautiful.
Good one, guys. Yeah, these highs getting lower, to me, that is the biggest indication. I like to see this for a breakdown, or in this case, breakdown. Otherwise, I would break up the other way. This is working. Great. That low of day, man. Breakout and retest happen almost instantly. You could put on the risk in a tight stop and go. That's what I like about the retest. You know, it's catching the breakout. If you're getting in during the breakout, like on this candle, your stop still has to be kind of wide, but you catch a retest, man, you can really get a tight stop. And that's where the RVR comes in. A whole lot of fun. Now, yeah, have your targets in mind. Oh, there we go, Brendan. Thank you. We got level 2 week on AMD as well, if you guys like to look at that stuff. I don't look at level 2, but it's there. This is my entire trading screen, guys. I don't look at anything else. There's no tape, level 2, volume, averages, nothing. This is it. Over here is just the montage where I execute. I pick up the options contracts here, and these are just positions and orders. That's it.
Avi, what is the retest?
What is a retest?
Yeah, you keep saying retest. What is that?
Okay, sure. So over here you have support, right? It came down here and it bounced off. Right, so it's support.
Right.
And then it broke support, right? But you don't know that this area is now turned into resistance. You don't know that. All you know is that it broke support. Is it truly a resistance area now? Well, let it go back up, and you can see this one, literally the very next candle went back up and confirmed to you that that level is no longer support and it's actually now resistance. I mean, just look even 2 candles ago, it was support. Now here it's resistance. So it's testing that breakout that happened. So I call it a retest. I would call it a retest. Retest of a breakout. And the best breakouts happen after consolidations. So in this case, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Cool. All right, guys, 10:30 now. Hope you guys have been doing good. Caught this little one on AMD and some of the shorts earlier. Oh, I should have caught that one. But anyways, it's not a setup. So yeah, be back again tomorrow, live trading. Because then you don't have to, we don't have to repeat what we already discussed, and it's a nuisance for everyone. So yeah, have a good one, and be back tomorrow. For you elite members in BBT, I'll be there in 30 minutes in the webinar room.
Thank you.
Watch out your mic, Avi.
Yeah, I'll work on this. Thank you. I'll fix it.
Okay, bye.
See you on the seminar. No.
Mhm.
Thanks.
See you guys. Talk to you soon.
Thanks.
Mhm.